Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
How come I got disconnected? I was wondering where was the Zoom platform. Okay, all right. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome for we are continuing our discussion on chapter 9, 10th chapter 9. Today we're going to go to text 8. So today is another wonderful day that we have gathered here on Wednesday, 5th August 2026. 5th August 2026. We are continuing discussion on this passing away of Bhismadeva. So I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for joining with full enthusiasm. Please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. My respectful obeisances to all the devotees gathered here, and also all the devotees that are watching live in YouTube channel. So please accept my humble obeisances. So today we're going to continue from text 8. And before that, let's call upon Saravanan Jayaraman Prabhu to express his gratitude. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna to all devotees in this channel. First and foremost, I would like to tell my gratitude and gratefulness to actually my father, because he was the one who actually, rather than me being an atheist, he told us to learn all the religions in the world. So I had a Tamil Quran, I had a Tamil Bible, we had Mahabharata at that time itself, the very old version, Mahabharata that has bought. And we used to look at it. He used to tell us some stories. He didn't force us anything, but he'll tell us we'll go to do temple worshipping and all those things. But he kept us in believing that there is God and there is a living entity, that is in creation of us, above everyone. And I'm also grateful to my I'm also grateful to my employer, who recently gave me a lot of problems, and put me into a lot of trouble, that I had to make a decision to quit the job. And if I have not quit the job, I would not have gotten any chance to be with Krishna and understand Krishna and be on Krishna's path. So I'm very grateful to them. And the problems that I have during that time that made me decide all these things. And I'm also grateful to the Prabhus in the Dhaka Ishkon Mandir, who have guided me and then, put me out of troubles whenever I had trouble, consoling me and telling me about Krishna, and guiding me towards understanding who is Krishna, and also about the Mahabharata stories. They used to narrate the stories, and we used to understand some part of it, which is helping me now, to understand the entire Bhagavad Gita. I'm also grateful to my Mataji, who tirelessly, correcting my path always on a daily basis to make sure that I am following the Dharma, and I'm also following the Krishna path, always pushing me one step ahead. I'm also grateful to all my Shiksha Gurus, Kavini Maidas, Pramananda Das, Bhagi Prabhu, yourself, Prabhu, Patita Tharanath, Jagannath Prabhu, and also Sudarshan Prabhu from KL, and all Vaishnavas who have been guiding me from all over the world, the ISKCON. Yeah. Um, I'm grateful to YouTube actually, because YouTube have given me a lot of essence in Mahabharata, Krishna, and Bhagavad Gita.
Exactly.
I'm also grateful to WhatsApp, because without WhatsApp, I don't think so we would have been in this Sadhu Sangha, yeah,
Yeah.
where all the devotees would be gathering together, getting all the information and sharing all the slokas and, very graceful wishes every day on a daily basis. Yeah. Of course, all the Vaishnavas, all the gurus, Vedavyasa, and also um, Vaisampanaya, um, Sage Vaisampanaya, because without him narrating this in the story of during the Sarpa Yagna in King Janamesjaya Serpent Yagna, if he did not narrate this, we wouldn't have this Mahabharata actually brought down traditionally, yeah, where then transferred to Sage Sage Sutta then spoke, or Sauti, he spoke to all the sages in the Naimisaranya forest, yeah, where all the sages ask questions, and there Mahabharata was actually related to all the sages to understand, and it went down in the history and it was brought down to the lineage. So I'm very, very grateful to all the sages, yeah, that literally had this handed down by words of mouth, generations by generations. So, and above all, I'm grateful to Krishna on every day, on a daily basis. He keeps me going on a daily basis. I was struggling in the first month without a job and no income and all those things. But since Krishna has given me all this unwanted material passion, yeah, he has removed me from all this unwanted material passion, yeah, he's given me a new insightfulness on how I should be guiding the rest of my life throughout this journey, yeah, of this Atma, this soul, to the next, hopefully the no next birth, but if there is a next birth, make me a good Brahmana or good Vaishnava so that I can continue to serve Krishna and attain moksha, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. That was so nice. You remind me about when I first started to express gratitude, my early days. When Pran Govinda Prabhu was hammering, he says, "No, you must express gratitude." And I, what did I say, Prabhu? I said, "I'm so grateful to COVID-19." And they got a shock. I said, "What do you mean?" Because of course in US, there's a lot of fatality and all these kind of things.
Yes.
I say, I'm so grateful to COVID-19. Because of COVID-19, all of us have to be locked at home. And secondly, I'm so grateful to Zoom platform. Because of Zoom platform, we can be connected to all the people around the world live. Huh?
Yes. Yes.
So when
Correct,
you're saying
Prabhu.
about that, it reminds me about, yeah, why not? All the technology, this is what they call Yukta Vairagya. We are just utilizing all the technology, Zoom, internet, WhatsApp, YouTube, all in the service of Krishna. So, of course, there is some, I'm not sure, but astrologically, there is one calculation. If those people who have Rahu in their chart, these are the people who get hooked to online, because Rahu is a shadow planet. So since it's a shadow planet, so they prefer to be connect online in YouTube and all these kind of things. So I have Rahu. Then at that day I was just thinking, yeah, I'm so grateful to Rahu. Why not, right? Anyway, so nice, wonderful, Prabhu, Saranan Prabhu. So it shows that how much you appreciate the gift that you got, the appreciation. Just a little correction, Prabhu, if you don't mind. So you do not address your wife as my Mataji.
Sure, Prabhu.
You must address it my wife. Like sometimes here in Hare Krishna, they always say, my Mataji. I say, who's your Mataji? Your mother? No, my wife. Because here we practice, other than your wife, every woman is a mother.
Yeah.
So my Mataji means is a belief of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. They are the biggest Mayavadi. So they said, even my wife is my mother. So the
Oh,
Ramakrishna,
I see. Oh, okay, Prabhu. Thank you
even
very
my
much,
wife is
Prabhu.
my mother. So this is their concept, which is so bogus. So our Shastra says that other than your wife, every woman is your mother. So usually as a devotee, sometimes, of course, I'm just saying this. So in the future, you can say that, a wife can say my Prabhu, right? That is okay. But for a husband, you don't say my Mataji. Mataji means your mother. So wife means my wife. Okay. So that's one thing I just like to highlight. So I'm so excited. So another positive vibes early in the morning. Hey, not early. It's 9:40. So with that thought, let's start our today's session by invoking auspiciousness, by invoking what they call Mangala Charan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobistam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Parakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vidam Cha Namavum Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Namavum Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabana Videvi Daitaye Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Viknanadayine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojwala Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namustute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupa Nuga Viruda Pasidanta Tvantaharine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambode Padam Bujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidanandanamine Gaura Shakti Sarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gauravir Bhava Bhumestam Nidasa Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarubhauma Sri Jagannatayate Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhevacha Paditanam Pavinibhyo Vaishnavebhayo Namo Namaha Om Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratuse Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Avadaram Bhakta Akyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Varshabhanu Stude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadhyasya tanmayat itarascharte swabhijna swarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavehe Muyanti Yat Surayaha Tejo Vari Mrdang Yata Vinimayo Yatra Trisargo Marsha Damna Svena Sada Nirasta Kuhakam Satyam Param Dimahi Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nasta Prayesu Abhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Haryom Tarsat. Namo Vishnu Krishna Krishna Ekatata Swami Navli Namacharya Padai Taika Pradai Nikora Padai. Hare Krishna. All right. So today we're going to continue our discussion. So yesterday we spoke about all that the great personalities who gathered. So yesterday we spoke about Vashishta, who is a celebrated sage among the Brahmanas. All right. And he also known as Brahma Rishi. Okay. He's one of the top Rishi. Yeah? And he was such a prominent figure even in Ramayana and Mahabharata. All right. So then Vashishta refused to spare. Okay. So when Vishwamitra came and asked for Vashishta's Muni's Kamadhenu, so we understood that he's a perfect Brahmana because he could tolerate. So yesterday we had a discussion. Who is that perfect Brahmana means? If Brahmana means the one who can tolerate, so tolerate the impediments. A lot of challenges are there in this world. So when we can tolerate means what? There's two situations that we can tolerate. One, if we are mad, if we are senile, we don't know what is happening. All right, we are dull-headed, senile. We seems to be like tolerating. Secondly, you do it with knowledge. So with knowledge means what? Intelligence. How the intelligence happen? Application of knowledge. Whatever things that you have studied, it is not theoretical. Especially when we are studying Srimad Bhagavatam, please do remember this. We are here studying Srimad Bhagavatam, that is acquiring knowledge, and applying that knowledge is called intelligence. If you don't know how to apply the knowledge, it's not an intelligent. All right. So sometimes when people say, oh, you're a very intelligent person. If you're a knowledgeable person, means you know all the fact and figure. What is the population of Malaysia? What is the thing? Who's the thing? What's going to happen? Because all like Google Acharya. You know who's Google Acharya? Google Acharya. Everybody believe Google more than anything else. But now he's become AI. So now there's a new Acharya came out. ChatGPT Acharya. Chattacharya. Chattacharya. Right? So all were depending on all these kind of things. Okay, that is knowledge. But that it's not a big deal at all. Anybody can say anything. Even an atheist can speak Srimad Bhagavatam. Atheist can give you. But how to apply Srimad Bhagavatam? The application of Srimad Bhagavatam means that's when you are expressing your intelligence. The intelligence is the one who know how to apply what you have learned. It's very, very important. Not simply studying theory and just doing nothing. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, it says 18,000 verses. And when you look at that, the story, it keep repeating. First, we study the story. Then you go to the next one. It's so similar to the before what you heard. Like that, there's so much of repetition you can see until the end of Bhagavatam. Okay, there's so much of repetition. And this repetition is the one who keep repeating and repeating and repeating until at one moment something can strike our mind, and that strike can make us that we can apply the knowledge. So the Srimad Bhagavatam somehow or rather make a man sober. So that can make a man tolerable. Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam can make a person tolerant. But the humbleness will come once you start to get a higher taste. But chanting Hare Krishna along with Srimad Bhagavatam, these two perfect combination. It's such a fantastic combination. It works in one shot. It purifies both sides. It purifies like a multivitamin. When you take a multivitamin, when you take a vitamin C, specifically vitamin C, if a person is deficiency of vitamin C, it go and replenish vitamin C. Anyone, a lack of vitamin D, vitamin E. So if you take that specific medicine, specific nutrition supplement, it goes and works. But when you talk about multivitamin, when you take it, it goes and works everywhere. All right, it supplement the vitamin C, supplement D, supplement E, all the things deficiency, it goes and supplement everything. That's called multivitamin. So similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam and Srimad Bhagavatam is like a multivitamin. It goes in and start to clear all our anarthas. And how we get clears of anarthas? By listening to Harikatha, the stories. And this Harikatha is so powerful. And while we are listening to the story, and along with that, we chant our Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And when we chant that Hare Krishna, you dwell in what you have learned. With these two perfect combination, Prabhus and mothers, somehow or other, we can come to the level of goodness. And the most important, maintain that level of goodness. To be passionate and to be ignorant is very easy. You do not need to maintain anything. Because the whole world is like that. Right? When everybody is like that, when you join them, you also be like that. It doesn't make any difference. But to be in the mode of goodness is very tough. When there's a lot of challenges. That's why sometimes they say you Hare Krishna people are living in a cocoon. You just live in a small community among yourself. You don't go out and why? Because we want to maintain that mode of goodness. So like that, Srimad Bhagavatam, study Srimad Bhagavatam every day. I believe that after you finish this Bhagavatam, the thing lasts you until next day. So after this reading, until next day, tomorrow reading, in between, whatever you feel, it's just a sake of it. You just carry on with your life. And you're waiting for the next day. So that's how it's so powerful. Okay. So that's the thing that we have understood, the perfect Brahmana. So all these things we have read yesterday. It was such a wonderful discussion yesterday. And of course, when Saravanan Prabhu was telling he aspire that next birth he'll be a Brahmana or a Vaishnava, definitely that is possible. But what I suggest to you, Saravanan Prabhu, why not attempt this birth itself? Why you want to wait for next birth? Why you want to get into another womb, stay there for 10 months, come out, struggle? When we study about the prayers of Jantu, you'll be afraid. The Jantu prayers in Srimad Bhagavatam, it clearly explains how the soul from the thing released from the father and entering into the womb of the mother and get to turn into zygote and turn into this. It's very scary. Imagine 5,000 years ago, so accurately it is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. So after you look at that, definitely we do not want to be born again. But anyway, for a devotee, doesn't matter born or no born, because whatever and wherever he goes, his job is only to serve Krishna. But what I'm saying is, if you have given a choice, why not do the best? So try to do this birth itself. Try to maintain your minimum 16 rounds. And now I'm so happy to hear that you are maintaining your sattvic diet. And the sattvic diet and Bhagavatam and chanting Hare Krishna, the three combination, you would not just attempt only. All right. We don't need to think about perfection, because the perfection is given by Krishna. Just try. Okay, that's why Prabhupada says just try to chant, because he knows when you try long enough, Krishna says, okay, why not we give him? All right, so like that. So it's possible in this birth itself, but whether if it's not possible, still you'll be born as a devotee and you're going to continue this ecstatic movement until you go back home, back to Godhead. Right. Okay. So with that thought, so we start today's continued discussion on text 8. So now another set of people were there, gathered there. Okay. Anyecha munayo brahman brahmarata-dayo malaha. Amala. So this amala, but there's an O and A we combine. So brahmarata-dayo mala shishir sha. Okay, S and S. So Shishair upeta ajakmu kashyapangirasadaya anyecha munayo brahman brahmaratadayo mala Shishair upeta jagru ajakmu kashyapangirasadaya Anyecha munayo brahman brahmaratadayo mala shishir upeta ajagmu kashyapangirasadaya. Please, anyone like to recite the verse? Anyone?
Prabhu, I try, Prabhu.
Go ahead, Mataji.
Anyacha munayo brahman Brahmara Tadayo Mala Yar Upeta Ajakmur Kasyapangira Sataya.
Very good. It's the first time you're trying, is it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Wow, not bad. But only thing there's little a and little a you need to adjust.
No,
Okay?
I tried reciting, but this is the first time that I never, no, I just listen, I just do, Prabhu.
Yeah, I understand. But anyway, you are there almost 80%. Only thing the A. Okay, A dash, A without dash, S with the apostrophe, S without anything, and S with the dot at the bottom. If you only can master these two things, your pronunciation will somehow or other will become perfect.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Okay. And anything E and O, you can pull the raga. No need to have any indication. No need to have any dash. So, like for instance, Anye cha munayo o Brahman Brahmaratadayo mala Shishir upeta ajakmu Kashyapangirashadayaha. So for E and O, no need to have any indication, but you simply pull the raga.
Okay, Prabhu.
Nice.
H is
Yeah.
The last H. Aha.
Aha. Yes. So that one I will tell you some other. We just go one by one, okay? All right. So try to remember this. Sha, shampoo. Second is sa, and third is sha. That means you roll your tongue.
Okay.
This is e o. Okay.
Okay.
Nice. Next.
Prabhu, shall I?
Mataji.
Prabhu?
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
Okay. Anye cha munayo Brahman Brahmarattadayo mala Shishyaye upatad ajatmu Kashya pangirashadaya.
Very good. Wonderful. Wow. Mangala Rukmini Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Anye cha munayo Brahman Brahmaratadayo malaha Sishyar ubeta jakmuha Kasyapankira sadayaha.
When you look at this word here, there's both got dash. So upeta ajakmu. So upeta ajakmu.
Ajakmu.
Yes, very nice.
Sishyar upeta ajakmu.
Yes. Very nice. Next.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Anye cha munayo Brahman Brahmaratadayo mala Shishir upeta ajakmo Kasyapangira sadaya.
Wonderful.
Thank you,
Very
Prabhu.
nice. But only thing here is not munaya. It's
Okay.
munayo.
Munayo. Okay.
Nah, there's no dash. So munayo.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you so
Very
much.
good. Very nice. Next. Anyone else?
Anye cha muneyo Brahman Brahmaratadayo mala Shishyaye rupeta ajakmo Kasyapangira sadayaha.
Very nice. But this is not shishyair. Shishyair.
Shishyer.
Yeah, shishyair upeta. When you say shishyair, the raga here on already, right? You notice or not?
Yes, Prabhu.
So shishyair upeta ajakmu. So apa? Shishyair upeta ajakmu. So when you have the raga, that's why, because we train ourselves. So one day that you can sit down and just recite the entire verse, like what he did that day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The raga will come in. Okay.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All right. Anyecha munayo Brahman Brahmaratadayo mala Shishyer upeta ajakmu Kashyapangirashadayaha. Anye, many others. Cha, also. Munaya, sages. Brahman or Brahmana. Brahmarata, Sukadev Goswami. Adaya, and such others. Amala, completely purified. Shishyai, by the disciple. Upeta, accompanied by Ajakmu arrived, Kashyapa, Angirasa, Adaya, and others. So now Bhagavatam also called as Amala Purana. There's another name of Srimad Bhagavatam, they also call as Amala Purana. Amala Purana means completely purifying. Oops, why is it like this? Right? Okay. So Amala Purana. So that means it's completely purifying. Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam. All right, please read the translation. Anybody?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Go ahead, Mataji.
Okay. And many others like Sukadeva Goswami and other purified souls, Kasyapa and Angira and others, all accompanied by their respective disciples, arrived there.
Okay, nice. So now, and many others like Sukadeva Goswami. So just now we read about all that personalities, but other than that, Sutta Goswami and many others. So many others means there's so many people have assembled there. It is not the name that mentioned only. There's so many people have gathered there. Then another word proper, I translated like. So many others like Sukadeva Goswami. So what we can understand, who is that many others here? The many others who like Sukadeva Goswami. So all those people other than the name mentioned here, and they are all great acharyas. Not ordinary people gathered there. All the great personalities and many others like Sukadeva Goswami. At the same time, it also says, and other purified souls. All right? And there were so many purified, that means all the great sages, all the purified souls. And along with Kashyapa Muni and Angira and others, all accompanied by their respective disciples, arrived there. So that means all those souls who came there, they are all acharyas because they came with their disciples. Let's look at the purport here. All right, so this is very important purport because this is what we're going to understand the following character of Srimad Bhagavatam. All right, the first thing is like this. Now, the thing is Sukadeva Goswami. Sukadeva Goswami, or the speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam, he got another name called Brahmarata. He got another name called Brahmarata. So now, the famous son and disciple of Sri Vyasadeva. Okay, first Vyasadeva. So now what he did, who taught him first the Mahabharata. First, Sukadeva Vyasadeva taught the son Sukadeva Goswami Mahabharata. Then after that, he taught him Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so now we see here. So Sukadeva Goswami recited 1.4 million verses of Mahabharata. Okay, he recited 1.4 million verses. That means the Mahabharata is so huge. Okay, Mahabharata, and where he recited in the councils of the Gandharvas, the council of Yakshas, and the council of Rakshasas. Okay, so he recited in the council of Gandharvas. Gandharvas, the heavenly singers, Yakshas, and Rakshasas, all these are Asuras. He recited the entire 1.4 million verses. And he recited also Srimad Bhagavatam for a first time. He recited Srimad Bhagavatam for a first time in the presence of Maharaja Parikshit. Okay, he recited the first time in the Maharaj Parikshit. Okay, so Saranam Prabhu, please take note of this. I think just now he said about, oh no, he said about Mahabharata. Okay. Right, I was mistaken. Anyway,
Yeah, Prabhu.
Not Srimad, because Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken during when before the Janamejaya's sacrifice. All right. Now, then other than that, he thoroughly studied all the Vedic literatures. He thoroughly, not whimsically, thoroughly. As now what we are studying now, we are doing a thorough study. So thoroughly studied all the way from his great father, Vyasadeva. And because of this, he was completely purified soul. He is a completely purified soul. So now what we can understand from these Prabhus and mothers, let's just do a little analysis. So what we can see from here, okay, we see from here that he thoroughly studied all the Vedic literatures. And through that studies, and this means what? Because of these studies, he became completely purified soul. He became completely purified. Yes, Nagarajan Prabhu? Okay. Guru Mataji, you want to say something?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So all the sages, including Sukadeva Goswami, were there during Bhishma's final moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. So now, just give me a second. I just put on my switch. Okay. So now, so what happened is, what we can understand from this Prabhupada's purport here. Prabhupada purport has very deep meaning. So the word thus of what? When he thoroughly studied the Vedic literature. And he studied from the great father. He studied from the authority. He didn't simply read it from some jokers. All right. So after he thoroughly studied the Vedic literature, and because of this, the word thus, he became completely purified. He became completely purified by the dint of his extensive knowledge in the principle of religion. Wow, what does that mean? So because of this, he was by the dint of his extensive knowledge. That means by the effort of that extensive knowledge, all the detailed knowledge in the principle of religion. So now what we can understand from here, when there's one way of becoming purified, completely purified soul, that one of the things is by thoroughly studying the Vedic literature. So when you look at the Vedic literature, it's divided into 4. And each Vedic literature is further divided into 4. When you take Rig, Yajur, Sama, Atharva, you take one, the book was divided into 4. Each one, say like when you take a Rig Veda, when he gave to his disciple, Vyasadeva, the Vyasadeva took it and divided into 4. The disciple. Divided into Brahmana, Arakya, Aranyaka, Upanishad. Then what is what? Next one. Sanghita. Divided into 4. Aranyaka, Brahmana. The third one is Upanishad. And the fourth one is Sanghita. Like Brahma Sanghita. Sanghita. They divided the thing into 4. That means they group everything. When they given, they took up, they put everything and they divided into 4. And the disciple further divided. So it's a huge body of knowledge. But after reading all these things, he still maintained himself as a Brahmavadi. We studied that in the earlier part. What is Brahmavadi means? That means we still believe in the light and holy. Not a Mayavadi, because that time there's no Mayavadi. What is Mayavadi actually, first of all? Mayavadi means the one who believes that you and I and the dog and the donkey, everything is God. Okay? When a joker with afro hair and another guy with a folded leg, you know, and some guy with a long beard who juggle with words. Okay, all this, they usually call themselves as God. So that is called Mayavadi. So because they don't want you to be envious of their godliness, they say, actually, you also God. Hey, how come you're God? No, you also God. Really? How come? You don't realize it. So you come to me, I'm the supreme God, you learn from me, that later you also can become God. That is Mayavadi. But Brahmavadi means who believe in the light, in the holy. It's the first step realization. But after that, Sukadeva Goswami, after he started to study Srimad Bhagavatam, when he studied Srimad Bhagavatam, and that's when he started to he came to the level of devotee. That's when he gave up his idea about Brahmavadi and Tattvavadi, and he became a surrendered soul to Krishna. Okay. So now from Mahabharat Sabha Parva 4.11, it is understood that he was also present in the royal assembly of Maharaj Yudhishthira. Right? So he was there during the royal assembly when Maharaj Yudhishthira, and also at the fasting of Maharaj Parikshit. Okay, because Maharaj Parikshit decided to fast to death because he was only live for 11 days. So as a bona fide disciple of Vyasadeva, he inquired from his father very extensively about the religious principle and spiritual values. And his great father also satisfied him by teaching him the yoga system by which one can attain the spiritual kingdom. So the difference between the fruitive work and empiric knowledge, the ways and means of attaining the spiritual realization. Okay, what does that mean? So the thing is, so he by teaching him yoga system, not the Patanjali yoga that you stretch your hand and stretch your leg, gymnastic, not that. We are talking about, and how to the yoga means, first of all, you must remember the art of attaining Krishna, attaining God, linking ourselves with God. All right. And he also, that by which one can attain spiritual kingdom. And he also taught on the difference. There's a difference between fruitive work, karma, and empiric knowledge, jnana. Like some people say, oh, I love to acquire knowledge. What's the point? That's why I say acquiring knowledge is one thing, but to practice it. So empiric knowledge. What is the ways and what is the means of attaining spiritual realization? Okay. Then we see the 4 ashramas, namely the student life, brahmacharya, grihastha, and a retired vanaprastha and sannyas. He also taught on the sublime position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the process of seeing him eye to eye. So the process of seeing him eye to eye, all these were taught by Vyasadeva to Sukadeva. And also he taught him the bona fide candidate for receiving knowledge. No, knowledge is not to be given to anybody. Even you give also, you're simply wasting time. The consideration of the 5 elements, the unique position of the intelligence, consciousness of the material nature and the living entity. Okay. What does that mean? Can anyone tell me? What does that mean? All right. Knowledge, the consideration of the 5 elements. What is the 5 element? Anyone?
Panchabhuta, Prabhu.
Panchabhuta. Very good. Panchabhuta, air, water, ether, fire, the body is made of. Right? Secondly, we also have Pancha Indriya, the 5 senses. Then we also have the 5 working senses. Then we also have the 5 knowledge acquiring senses. All 5. So what is it? Consider 5 element. So the 5 element, can we say the 5 thing that the body is made of? The 5 senses that we have, the 5 working senses that we have, and the 5 knowledge acquiring senses we have. After that, he also understood about the unique position of the intelligence. Right? What is the unique position of intelligence? Okay, the consciousness of the material nature. Okay, material nature, mind and ego. And at the same time, living entity. The symptoms of the self-realized soul. Right? The symptoms of self-realizing soul. So that means all in. That means we are talking about the 5 material elements along with what do you call mind, intelligence, and ego, and together with the symptoms of self-realized soul. Okay, and he also spoke about the working principle of the material body. The working principle of the material body. Okay, what is the principle of material body? Serving, attach, desire. The symptoms of the influence mode of nature. Influential mode of nature. That means the goodness, passion, and ignorance. The tree of perpetual desire. There's a tree of perpetual desire. The one that we studied in chapter 16, right? Is it 16? The banyan tree. 16, right? Anyone? Banyan tree. You know the story of banyan tree? You cut the banyan tree off.
Chapter 15, Prabhu.
15. Oh, yeah. 16. Demon and demoniac. Okay. The yoga of the supreme person. Yes. So, chapter 15, they talk about the tree, the perpetual desire, the tree of perpetual desire, the psychic activities. Sometimes he went to the sun planet with the permission of his father and Naradaji. So that means what? He can even travel up to the sun planet. Sometimes he went to the sun planet with the permission of his father and also Naradaji. Right? So how is that possible when you go near the sun? That's why it's all a great sages. All right. Description of his travel in space are given in Shanti Parva or Mahabharat 332. I think it's chapter 332. Because 1.2 million, I think chapter, yeah. At last he attained the transcendental realm. He is known by different names called Araneya, Arunishuta, Sutta, Vaiyasaki, Vyasa Mataja, and like this. So there's a few names that Sukadev Goswami has. Okay. Now we are going to look at the next one, Kashyapa. What is Kashyapa? Kashyapa is one of the Prajapati, the forefathers. Remember yesterday we discussed that. The forefathers, like Bharatwaj is Prajapati. So now is Kashyapa, another Prajapati. He is the son of Marichi, sage Marichi. And one of the sons-in-law of Prajapati Daksha. One of the sons-in-law of Prajapati Daksha. What does this mean as one of the son-in-law? Okay. Prajapati Daksha. Daksha daughter is Dakshayani. Everyone follow me? Daksha's daughter is Dakshayani. And Dakshayani's husband is Lord Shiva. So Daksha's son-in-law is Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva and Kashyapa are Sagale. Or in English we call as Coppergate. Right? So Daksha's daughter, one daughter married Kashyapa, one daughter married to Lord Shiva. And the one married to Lord Shiva is Daksha. Dakshayani. All right. That's a very elaborate story about the Prajapati Daksha and Lord Shiva's encounter. Very fascinating. And that encounter also one of that triggers to Jagannath Leela. Why Lord Vishnu came in the form of Jagannath and told Durga that you come as a Subhadra. All right, we study as we go on in Srimad Bhagavatam. So now, and another thing, he is the father of gigantic bird Garuda. So Kashyapa's son is Garuda. Okay, Kashyapa's son is Garuda. Are you all following me with me? Okay, and who was given elephant and tortoise as eatable. Elephant and tortoises as eatables. So imagine he's the father of gigantic bird Garuda. And you know what he gave Garuda to eat? He gave elephants and tortoise. He gave elephant and tortoise for Garuda to eat. Okay, now we go through that. And he married 13 daughters of Prajapati Daksha. Wow. So he married 13 daughters. So one of the Prajapati, the Daksha, he one shot marry all the 13 girls. So easy for Daksha also, just with one son-in-law, all the daughters are married to him. Right? And their name is Aditi, Ditti, Denu, Kela, Danayu, Singika, Krodha, Prada, Vishwa, Vinata, Kapila, Muni, and Kadru. But among all these, the children, Aditi and Ditti, they are the most celebrated one. Right? Because through them, what happened, we will study that as we go on. I don't want to jump the gun now. But through them, he begot many children. And he got the children about demigods and also demons by those wives. All right? All right? So, what we can see from here. So what to understand from here? The demigods and demons are actually brothers. All right. So that means from Ditti, Aditi. So he got many children, both demigods and also demons. Sura and Asura, all born out of Kashyapa. Kashyapa Muni. All right. So what we can see, the demons and the demigods both are actually brothers from a same father. Okay. Now let's go further. Now then after that we see here, from his first wife Aditi, all the 12 Adityas were born. Adityas. Okay. And one of the son is Vamana. One of the son of Kashyapa, he begot Vamana through the wife Aditi. And this Vamana is actually the incarnation of Krishna. You know, the one asked for three step of land. The one that Malayali celebrates. Onam. Yes, Sarvina Mataji? All right. Right. So, the Onam festival is celebrated of Vamana. The Malayali celebrate that. So, this great sage was also present at the time of Arjuna's birth. So, Kashyapa was there during the birth of Arjuna. He received a presentation of the whole world from Parashuram. So, when Parashuram conquered the whole world, he gave the whole world as a gift present to Kashyapa. And later on, what Kashyapa did, he asked Parashuram to go out of the world. Say, don't stay here anymore, get out. Don't stay here anymore. Because he's there, whenever there's new Kshatriya come, he'll kill. Parashuram is very short-tempered. He said, please leave, don't stay here anymore. Okay, he got another name called Aristanemi. He lives in the northern side of universe. So till now, you can see the universe we'll study as we go on in Bhagavatam. All right. The next person that we're going to study, we're going to discuss about Angira. All right. Angira. Angira is the son of Maharishi Angira. All right. He's the son of Maharishi Angira. And he also is known as Brihaspati. The Brihaspati is the priest of the demigods. The what they call the ritualistic Hindus, every Thursday they go and pray to Guru Bhagavan. When they start to see the Guru is malefic in their planet, in the chart, in the astrological chart, when they see the Guru is malefic, malefic means going on a reverse gear. The Guru is supposed to bless you. Reverse gear means the Guru don't give you any blessing. Guru translates from one house to another house every year. Lord Sunny transit every 7.5 years. All right. So like that. And Rahu transits, I think 23 years, if I'm not mistaken, 23 years. So that's why it's very scary. But this Guru transit every year. So the Guru that they worship in the temple on this, in the Navagraha, okay, the Guru is called Brihaspati. So whenever we go, if at all, if you get a chance to go to temple, if they say, oh, this is the Guru Brihaspati, now you know Brihaspati is also son of Maharaj Angira, and he also called as Angira. All right. It is said that the Dronacharya and his partial incarnation. Okay, Sukracharya was the spiritual master of the demons. All right. So that means, what does that mean? So it is said that from Brihaspati, Dronacharya was his partial incarnation. Partial. And Sukracharya was the spiritual master of the demons. Sukracharya. So both, even the demons, they have their spiritual master. There's no one without a spiritual master. But for the demons, the spiritual master's name is Sukracharya. And Brihaspati was a challenged him. And for the demigods, Brihaspati is their spiritual master. Okay? I hope everybody's following me. Okay, I'm going to try to go as slow as I can. Then his son Kacha. Kacha. That means Brihaspati's son is Kacha. What he did? He delivered the fire weapon first to Bharatvaj. Okay, delivered the fire weapon. So that means he gave fire weapon to Bharatvaj. You know, we studied about Bharatvaj yesterday. Now, he begot 6 sons. All right? He got 6 sons. Who got 6 sons? Angira or Brihaspati got 6 sons, like the fire god. Okay, wait, can you see? Okay. So you got big sons, 6 children. Okay, one of the son is called fire. Fire god means Agni. One of the son of Brahaspati is Agni. Okay. And how you got the son Agni? Through the wife Chandramasi. So Chandramasi, who is the Chandramasi? One of the reputed stars. When you look at the stars in the sky, okay, we see that there are a lot of stars. So every stars, there is a personality. Yesterday we studied about Arundhati. Okay. Like for instance, when you talk about Lord Kartikeya, Murugan, when Kartikeya born, he born of Ganga. Then, anyway, where should I say? Because I don't need to go into the elaborate. So when he was born, because at that time demigods looking for a commander-in-chief. When they're looking for commander-in-chief, no, that commander-in-chief, yeah. Okay. Commander-in-chief. So they're looking for a great powerful demigod to take birth. So he was impregnated through Ganga. Due to one situation where Lord Shiva's semen was kept by Agni. Agni was keeping that semen of Lord Shiva. At that moment, Lord Shiva went into meditation and Durga went into meditation. So they couldn't produce a child because they needed it very badly. And they take it and put the semen in the womb of Ganga. When the thing kept in the womb of Ganga, the Ganga couldn't take the heat of that powerful semen of Lord Shiva. She was running. She was such a prey and she was running. And she had like what they call, like a abortion. That the thing dropped out. So when the thing is like zygote, I mean, the thing is like after that, the semen and that womb got together, ovary, it combined, it started to produce so much of heat, she couldn't take it. And she was running and it fell down from the womb. The one that fell from the womb is called Skanda. The word Skanda means the one who fell from the womb. Then after that, Lord Brahma will take up the 7 pot and keep that each womb, each zygote in one pot, nurturing. And he called upon Kirtika. Kirtika is the star. Kirtika, it's like just now, like now you've got the Chandramasi, Arundhati. There's a star called Kirtika. And their Kirtikas are the maid servant of the demigods. They are like the maid servants. They would like to serve the god. Right? So the Kirtikas, they came down, they put in a 6 different pot and they brought up the child. So the Kirtikas look after the what they call the embryo, and after that it grow up, and of course the baby, they became like a nurse to them. And this Skanda took Kirtika as their mother, as his mother. That's why he got the name Kartikeya. Kirtika, Kartikeya. So like that. So one of the story like this, okay, like a reputed stars. So like that, there's a lot of stars also comes with all personalities. So what's the reference from what I'm saying? You can go and study the Ramayana. All right, the Ramayana that we have by Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, you study in the story about how Kartikeya was born. Because when Vashishta will be taking Lord Ramachandra to one place, there he'll be narrating the story, the birth of Kartikeya. Of course, they want one child, but now got 6. And they combined everything and they have 6 head. That's why he call it Arumugam, 6-faced. And then after they combine back and come to the human form, but with the power of 6 different warriors. That's why Lord Kartikeya, Lord Muruga is one of that most important, I mean, what they call demigods that teaches on bhakti. That's why when you see all the sastras, there'll be a lot of quotation of Skanda Purana and also from Padma Purana, Lord Shiva. Okay, anyway. Now, so he could travel in space. Brahaspati can travel in space, so he could present himself even in the planet of Brahmaloka and Indraloka. So Brahaspati can go up to the planet of Brahmaloka, Satyaloka, and he also can go to the heaven, Indraloka. He advised the king of heaven, Indra, about the conquering of the demons. He teach how to conquer the demon. But at the same time, he also once cursed Indra. He cursed Indra. because sometimes Indra is very envious. You know, sometimes when you have so much of success that runs on your head, when a lot of success goes into your head, sometimes people become very egoistic. So Indra forgot his status and started to and cursed Indra. And because of the curse, he become a hawk. Hawk means what? He became a pig on the earth. After he became a pig, he started to have a lot of piglet, enjoying stools and having sex randomly because the pig is, that's why they procreate very fast. At one moment, all the devas wondering where is Indra gone? And they discovered he was in a pig body. And go tell him, hey, Indra, come back to heaven. He said, no, I'm enjoying myself as a pig. Don't disturb me. Look at all my piglet. So cute, right? Look at the thing that I'm eating, fresh stool I'm eating. Hey, come on. You have to come back. And that's what making me realize. So he was unwilling to even to return to heaven. Right? And that's the proper power of attraction of the illusory energy. Even the pig is enjoying himself even in the body of this thing. So even the hawk does not wish to part his earthly possession in exchange with the heavenly kingdom. All right? And also, Brahaspati was the religious preceptor of the narrative of different planet. So religious preceptor means he's also a guru for all the different planets. Like the planets that we're talking about, all different planets. All right? All right. Yes, I saw someone raise the hand. Yes, Mangala Rukmini Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sorry, just one doubt, Prabhu. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I'm Kartikeya, right?
Yeah.
So how am I to understand this now? Because you said that it was given by Lord Shiva, right? Am I to understand that? Krishna says
right.
he is Kartikeya?
You asked a very good question, very valid question. Among that, I'm Kartikeya. Among the elephant, I'm Airavata, right? That's what you're saying, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. You must remember that among these, he's saying, I am that. That means what he's saying is, every great things that he is there. Right? So that means among the commander-in-chief, I am Kartikeya. So I am Kartikeya means because everything comes from Krishna actually. But among the devas, among the Adityas, I am Vamana. Not Shiva, right? Among Daityas, among Adityas, I'm Shiva. So something like that. So what the term that Arjuna is telling Krishna, Krishna is telling Arjuna, every great thing that you see actually is me.
I see.
You got it, Mataji?
Okay.
Purida?
Okay, Prabhu. Okay, Prabhu.
No, okay means you're not convinced. Let me think of some other analogy. How can I say that?
In a Lord Shiva himself, he has a planet for himself, right?
Yeah.
So how to say Krishna also Lord Shiva சொல்ல முடியுமா?
It's a kind of analogy. It's a kind of analogy. For instance, இப்ப பாருங்க, say like for instance, Agum come to Ipoh and he says, I am the Sultan of Perak. I am the king of Perak. What he says correct or not?
Okay.
Because he's the Agum, he's the king of the country, right?
Yes.
As a king of the country, he can just say, among the director of this department, I am the director.
Okay.
So he's trying to show the supremacy of his existence. It's analogical.
Mm-hmm.
You got it, Mataji?
Okay.
All right. So he's saying, like, for instance, the whole country belongs to a king, right? The whole country belongs to him.
Mm-hmm.
So when he says, okay, now say if I come to say like OUG. In that OUG, that area, there is one Adun, right? The state assemblyman. And he comes there, he says, I am the state assemblyman here. So is that means that state assemblyman? He's saying that the state assemblyman is representing the king. You got it, Mataji?
Oh, okay.
Analogical. It's analogical. So in other words, it's for you to remember when you look at Kartikeya, you remember Krishna. Because there's a lot of stories about Kartikeya. Okay? Because once Mother Parvati wanted a son like her brother, Vishnu. He wants the child like the brother. Huh? Mataji?
Sorry, Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhu.
So he wants a child, he wants a son like the brother. And after that, that's why Kartikeya also celebrated as Alagar Swami. The Alagar Swami only got for two people. One is Alagar Swami, and second is for Alagar Swami. That's the two. That means for Murugan and also for Vishnu. Alagar Perumal. So there's a lot of connection is there. So what we understand from here is it is a kind of declaration of supremacy. For instance, the taste of water. There's nothing. There's no one can explain the taste of water. Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhu.
So he said, I am the taste of the water. So what he's trying to say, nothing can give a definition about me. He's what they call? He's declaring his supremacy. Okay. Among the elephant, I'm Airavata. There's no elephant greater than Airavata. Right? And among the fish, I'm Timingala. There's no fish greater than Timingala. You got it, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
So it's a kind of analogical declaration of his supremacy. Okay? You understand?
Okay. Okay, Prabhu.
Okay means you understand or don't understand?
Understand, Prabhu.
That is very convincing.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Welcome. I saw Saranan Prabhu raised your hand. Okay, everyone understand this analogy because she asked a very good question. I never even thought about it. Right? When they make a declaration. Yes, Muru. Yes. Okay.
Now, Prabhu. Can I say that all the Devatas have their department, but the approver is Supreme Lord? Can I say that?
All the Devatas have his department.
Have their own department like Kartikeya, Shiva.
Yeah.
They have their own department to take care of the universe.
Yeah.
But the approver is the Supreme Lord Krishna.
Definitely. Because that's what Krishna says in Gita also. The prayers that you pray through the demigods and the forefathers and all these things, everything comes to me. I am the approver. I approve. But Arjuna, that way of prayers is wrong. I'm paraphrasing. That's wrong. But still he's the one approve it. You got it?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
That's correct. What do you thought is correct? It's your thing is right. You're thinking it right. Ultimately, Krishna is the one approves everything. Okay? Because we must understand Krishna is the cause of all causes. When Krishna wants to create something for you, he do it through his agent. Huh? When suddenly he say the king wants to reward you. Okay, you're from Johor, right? The Johor Sultan want to give you a reward. He don't come to you, he don't take the car, drive, come to your house and give you some present. He sent through his representative.
Yes, correct, Prabhu.
And that representative is very powerful. You cannot say, oh, you are, come lah, sit down. You want kopi? Tea? What do you want to drink? You cannot say that. You must respect him as how you respect the king. And of course, ultimately approval is from the king. Yes, you're right. All right, so this Lord Kartikeya, there's a lot of research I've done. Tandeki Vedam Sonne. All right, the thing is where Lord Shiva will be like kneeling down and like this, and Lord Kartikeya will be speaking, and that's called Skanda Puran. And eventually he became Andi. He renounced his world and go to Palani. That's why he's in a coping. He's a Komalata Katikiti. He actually renounced. He shaped his head, renounced. But here people are saying that he got angry with the mother, he ran away, and that's how they celebrate Taipusam. Everything's upside down. But he's accepted sannyas. So every devotee who come into Krishna consciousness, one thing by the mercy of a devotee. But before that mercy comes to you, some devatas have actually given you their sukriti. They blessed you. Right? Some who are very ardent Lord Shiva Bhakta, and Lord Shiva will show you the way into Krishna consciousness. Yes or not? Do you all agree with me?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes,
Yeah.
Prabhu, I agree, Prabhu.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody agrees, right? And I was an ardent devotee of Murugan. Because in my family, we only worship Lord Murugan, no one else. Right? So, a lot of things happen. So I don't want to speak while it's on live stream. One day we get a chance, I can share some of that amazing things that happen. Okay. Anyway, so we have already done with text 9. Okay. So now let's go into text 10. Text 10. So tan same tan mahabhagan upalabhya vasuttama pujayamasa dharmanyo desha kala vibhagavet. All of them, sametan, assembled together, mahabhagan, all greatly powerful, upalabhya, having received, vasuttama, the best of Vasus by Bhismadeva. Yes, this is another important story that I would like to share. Pujayamasa, welcomed. Dharmanya, one of the most religious principles. Desha, place. Kala, time. Vibhagavit, one who knows the adjustment of place and time. Vibhagavit, one who knows the adjustment of the place and also the time. Translation, please.
Bhismadeva, who was the best amongst the 8 Vasus, received and welcomed all the great and powerful rishis who were assembled there, for he knew perfectly all the religious principles according to time and place. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, you must be very careful when you read.
Oh, okay.
Why?
What happened, Prabhu?
That's reciprocation, lah. Okay, look at this. This is not Vasu. This is Vasu. You got it?
Okay.
See the
Vasus. Oh,
Vasus.
okay.
So you must be remember that among the 8 Vasu is different. Vasu is Krishna. Vasu is the father of Krishna. But here is Vasu. You got it?
Okay, Prabhu. Understand, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Must be very careful. Say like Vasu. That's why I am saying one thing. Okay, it's just suddenly I'm inspired to tell you this. Do not read any literature if there is no diacritical mark. When there's no mark, no dash, sometimes when you see online, you know, it is so annoying. Especially when you study, when you're reciting this, what they call Narashinga Kavacha. When you study Narashinga Kavacha, when they give you the book, there's no marking. Do not read. Even you go online, there's no marking. Go and look for the thing where there's marking. Because when there's no marking, there's no extra, there's no dash and here and there, you end up reciting the word wrongly. You got it? You see Narashinga Kavacha. Huh? Right. The last verse that I remember. Garjantam, Garja. Okay, you see Garjantam, Garjayantam. Garjantam, Garjayantam, Nija, Bhuja, Patalam, Spotayantam, Hatantam, Spotayantam, Hatantam, Rupayantam, Tapayantam, Divi, Bhuvi, Dishitam, Kishipayantam, Kishipantam, Kishipayantam, Kishipantam. The word she is very important, not Kisi. Garjantam, Garjayantam, Nija, Bhuja, Patalam, Spotayantam, Hatantam, Rupayantam, Tavayantam, Divi, Bhuvi, Ditijam, Kishipantam, Kradantam, Rosayantam, Dishi, Sadatam, Sammarantam, Barantam, Vikshantam, Purnayantam, Karasatair, Divya Singham Namami. So when there's certain words that you see, don't see the dot, when they're given such a thing, just look at it, but don't recite. You can make mistake. Very important. Look for the thing that there's a marking. Okay, it's very important. Right? So like imagine if there's no marking, what we read, like what Mataji read. Bhismadeva was the best among the 8 Vasu. Totally a different meaning already. All right? Okay. So you understand, Mataji?
Yes.
All right. So must be very careful with the words, with the dashes. Okay. So Bhismadeva was the best among the 8 Vasu, received, welcome all the great and powerful. Received. Okay. Now what he did? Okay. Now let's look at this. He received and welcomed all the great and powerful Rishi. Can you imagine? He's lying on the bed of arrow in such a great pain, waiting for a proper auspicious time to die. Even at that time, he received and welcomed all the great and powerful Rishi who assembled there. For he knew perfectly all the religious principles according to the time and place. So because he knows all the religions, so he welcomed them accordingly. Okay. Now, Expert religionist. Expert religionist. Never heard that word, right? We heard about nutritionist, all these kind of beautician. Now it's religionist. They know perfectly well how to adjust religious principle according to time and place. All the great acharya or religious preachers or reformers of the world execute their mission by adjustment of religious principle in terms of time and place. All right. There are different climates, situation in different part of the world. And if one discharge his duties to preach the message of the Lord, he must be expert in adjusting things in terms of time and place. It's a very, very important statement Prabhupada make. All right. It's a very important statement. Prabhus and mothers, I just want you to pay a very close attention to this. First, expert religionist. Who are the expert religionists? The expert religionists are called as Bhakti Vedanta. If you don't understand, please stop me immediately because it's a very important point I'm going to speak. Expert religionist is called Bhakti Vedanta. These people knows perfectly how to adjust religious principle in terms of time and place. Then Prabhupada writes here, all great sages, all great acharyas. Who are the great acharyas? The religious preacher. Okay. Or the reformer who bring in reformation, like Prabhupada brought reformation to the world, executed, they practiced their mission. I mean, they executed means they worked their mission. How? Through adjustment. Through adjustment. Adjustment of religious principle. According to, what are the terms that he used? According to time and place. Okay. And what he says, what does Prabhupada is mentioning here? He says there are different climate situation in a different part of the world. Okay, like in Malaysia, every day is a sunny season. Right? Every day is a sunny day. Every day is a warm day. There's not a day that is not warm. But when you look at now in Perth, it's extremely cold. So like that, everywhere got different kinds of climate. And Prabhupada says, if one has to discharge his duties to preach the message of the Lord, first he must be expert in adjusting things in terms of the time and places. What does that mean? Prabhupada, when he went to the West, he adjusted his preaching according to the situation. What are the things he adjusted that never heard before in the East? Giving dakshana, giving a diksha to women. Right? Mataji accepting initiation. Never before. Secondly, of course, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada also gave some diksha, yes. But he did something which is never heard before. Giving Brahmanical initiation to Matajis. Because when he gave Brahmanical initiation to Prabhus, these certain disciples, the lady disciples like Govinda Dasi, she came and asked, why are you only giving to the men? Do you think that we women are not qualified? Do you think that we women are not capable to preach? And Prabhupada thought, for yes, you're right. Okay, and he gave the Brahmanical initiation to women. Before that, he's never heard of. He created a brahmacharini ashram. Everybody says in the temple only men can stay. How come you can bring the woman in? Because only the brahmachari, the renounced, and the young boys will be staying there. And Prabhupada says, if I don't protect them, who's going to protect them? Because in America, everywhere is just like an alligator. And these poor girls can be lured into some wrong thing. Some wrong ideology. They can be polluted. It's my duty as a father to prepare this for them. Because they don't want to get married. Okay, now we create a brahmachari. Never heard of. When Harikesh Maharaj went to the Eastern Europe, the most dangerous place in the world, those days, the communist bloc, Romania, Bosnia, Herzegovina, all this kind of crazy place, dangerous. If they catch you, you know what they do? They tie one hand to one horse, this hand to another horse, one leg to one horse, and all will run simultaneously. Your hand and your leg will be like torn off from your body. And the person left dying there, like crazy. People are so scared of this KGB, communist bloc. And he write to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I cannot eat anything. I couldn't find anything to eat. There's no vegetable. He said, eat fish and preach. Wow. So is that means that we all can eat fish? Then another thing Prabhupada did. There's one devotee was in the farm community. He's working day and night. So hard. He write to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I cannot chant 16 rounds. Prabhupada says, it's okay. You're doing a lot of service. It's okay. If we can't chant, it's okay. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't chant 16. No. So all the time, place, and circumstances, Prabhupada adjusted. And this kind of explanation, this kind of instruction was given specifically to one particular devotee who was struggling. It is not to be generalized. So in the West, he was telling, yes, everybody can become a guru. If everybody can become a guru, and that's not that they're fighting for, that means even the female can become a guru. He says everybody become a guru means what? It's not necessary that we all must become a Diksha Guru, FDG, female Diksha Guru. It's a big issue that just been solved. So when you look at the women, the girls and the boys there in the West, they say everybody you all should become a guru one day. Right? But what happened? The instruction. Guru means what? Not to become a Diksha Guru, they give you initiation. Guru means for a child, the mother is the first Guru. The second Guru is the father. And the third Guru is the Guru, the spiritual master. And he will lead us to ultimately to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So all the Gurus in life that we are passing through, so that end of the day we achieve God. Mada Pida Guru Devam. There's a word in Tamil. Mada Pida Guru Devam. First mother, second is father, third is Guru, at last Devam, God. But nowadays, the Tamil poets and everything, they make it everything upside down. Say first God is your mother, then second God is your father, third God is the Guru that you did, and fourth God is nonsense. Because when the child is born, the child doesn't know who is the father. So first, the mother will become the first Siksha Guru. Then after that, the father trained the child to be a distinct. Then after that, formally, the Guru will train the child. After the Guru formal training, and he shows how to serve God. Not like that. So when Prabhupada says everybody should become a Guru, means everybody should become a Siksha Guru. Right? Everybody should become a Siksha Guru. Everybody, man, woman, anybody. Everybody should be able to preach and convert people to become a Krishna conscious person. If it's not because of Yamuna, what do you think about the England preaching, London? Yamuna Mataji, she's the one who sang the Govindam. Everywhere we are singing now. If it's not because of Yadurani Mataji, do you think we're going to have this kind of sure rail effect photo, like the photo that you're seeing behind me? All were drawn by her. If not because of her, do you think? So what we say here, the time and place and circumstance the Guru must be. But that should not be generalized. The problem with ISKCON, the problem with devotees here, we generalize things. They can do, I cannot do. When everything, no, there's specific thing. So the devotees in India, they are very orthodox by nature. So when they look at the Western devotee, they feel they are very liberal, because the Western nature is liberal. We also cannot be orthodox. I mean, not everyone. I cannot be orthodox. I cannot be like an Indian devotee, very orthodox. Here we are talking about being liberal, go out, like a lot of things. Boys and girls both go do Sankirtan on the road, they dance. But in India, I think they don't do that. The Mataji style, because the orthodox style. So it's important. Because the one who can adjust the Vedas is the Bhakti Vedanta. You read that in 11th canto. 11th canto. So now it's what we are learning now itself. Because sometimes they say, no, why? Prabhupada made adjustment, Prabhupada made mistake. There's a lot of things that is accused. Not now it's all okay already. But talking about when I first came in, 30 plus years ago. That was a big issue. Right? Oh, this is wrong, that is wrong, this is wrong. Yeah. But of course, the time will tell. Now the time is already told. 60 years ISKCON Malaysia in the world. It's already 60th anniversary. 60th and 1966 started, now it's 2026, 60 years. It's already proven. We are more than this thing. Another 40 years is going to be 100 years celebration. So, the time and place and circumstances, the Bhakti Vedanta can adjust. That's why we must stick to our parampara. We should stick to the teachings of our Acharya. We don't jump the queue and go and study something else. We don't go to other sampradaya and study their philosophy. Their philosophy is for them. But when we are in this sampradaya, Krishna put us in this sampradaya because according to, and of course we should be very grateful to Krishna, we are in the best sampradaya. I'm not talking out of sentiment, out of fanatism, out of excitement, but that's the fact. Simply chant Hare Krishna, study the Bhagavatam in that way, and Prabhupada given everything. That's why when you do detailed studies, you start to be very awe-stricken, right? So that's the thing. So what we can understand, so he must be expert in adjusting the time and this thing, right? For instance, like a lot of things like the Vedic food, there was no tomato. If you go to India, Jagannath Puri, the food that you see, that's the real sattvic food. There's no tomato, right? Now, when we preach to the Chinese cannot take rice. They only take rice as once in a while delicacy. For them, noodle is their basic food. Basic noodle, right? Like we Indians, sometimes we eat noodle. Once in a while, we eat noodle. No, we can't go on eating noodle every day. But for Chinese, noodle, mee, and all this is their staple. And suddenly you go there and tell them, oh, you cannot eat this. You must eat rice, chapati, and puri. How long they can tahan eating all these things? They say, oh, be tahano, cannot tahan, cannot. They give up. So for them, yes. You know, for the Poland devotee, I was trained by a Poland devotee, Harikesh Maharaj's disciple, such a nice person. He cooked. When I ate this food, I almost puke. I almost vomit. He said, Prabhuji, I cook breakfast tomorrow. We cook and we go for Sankirtan. Okay, we are not eating good food. Tomorrow I'll cook. He took a noodle, mihun, and he cooked into, and basically diluted the mihun. And he put, you know what? Sugar and what do you call honey. Oh my God! Can you imagine? We all know mihun. You put ketchup and you put that some sauce or some gravy and just chin we eat like that. Try. And he cooked wet, soiled with sugar and honey. When I put it in my mouth, oh my God! I feel like vomiting. But that is their basic food. For them, in Poland, everything is sweet. So like that, all right? So it's very important. Okay, now let's come. So Bhismadeva is one of the 12 great authorities. All right, another important point to look. Bhismadeva, who is he? He's one of the 12 Mahajan, great authorities. Okay, and he was preaching this cult of devotional service. And therefore, he could receive and welcome all the powerful sages from all part of the universe, assembled there at his deathbed. He was certainly unable at that time to welcome and receive them physically. He cannot get up and say, no, he's just But because he was neither at his home, he was not at his home, and he was not also in a normal, healthy condition. But he was quite fit by activities of his sound mind. And therefore, he could utter sweet words with hearty expression. And all of them were well received. All right. So then Prabhupada writes another important point. One can perform one's duty by physical work. He can also perform his physical duty by his mind and also by his words. If you are traveling to certain place and you are not in the position to offer food to Krishna, right? Say if you are in deity department or you have a deity in the house, you can meditate. You are just preparing nice prasadam and offer to Krishna. You can do in your mind. All right? And also by words. Words mean like chanting the prayers, folly, and everything. And he knew well how to utilize them in a proper place. So the expert person who knows how to act in every place properly, not one place whimsically. Now we have seen like even some advanced devotee or some senior devotee, sometimes they don't know how to talk. All right? So we must remember that. So we must give a proper, we must be able to use it at proper place. And therefore, there was no difficulty for him to receive them, although physically he is unfit. Okay. So Bhishma, okay, now the word is, okay, now the thing is like this. Okay, who is this Vasu? Who is this person? So there's 8 Vasus. They are the, what they call, heavenly, brothers. They have one character, I can't recall. All of them wanted to have a Surabhi cow, Kamadenu. And they go and kidnap one cow. They go to ask the cow, they say they cannot give. So they go and steal the cow. When he stole the cow, when the Rishi come back, I think Vashishta, if I'm not mistaken. Vashishta or Vishwamitra, something, okay? He came back in his meditation. He found out, oh, these fellows stole it. So he summoned them and cursed them. May all 8 of you born into this world, into this material world. And all of them sit down and keep crying. Because to be born in this material world, it is awful. He said, okay, never mind. Never mind. All 7 of you, I pardon you. You born and you die immediately. That's why when Ganga give birth, they throw the thing into the water. But you, the one who took the cow, okay, you stay put in this world. You live a long life until you can decide your death. And you go through all the troubles. Right? That's how we'll study that as we go on. So that's why, and Bhismadeva is the one who stole the cow and was given a punishment of remaining in this world. So he is actually the best among the 8 Vasus. All right? Okay. So I hope this thing then, okay, now we are talking about text 10. Okay, so text 10 is going to be very interesting. Lord Krishna is situated in everyone's heart. Okay. So now the more the prayers and everything is going to start. It's going to be very interesting. All right. So the one we do it tomorrow. Now it's already 11 o'clock. Any questions, any comment, any takeaway that you'd like to share? I hope I didn't confuse you. Huh? Any one of you confused? How do I interpret the silence? Ah, okay. All right. Okay, there's no questions, no comment. All right, if that's the thing, then we meet again tomorrow at same time, 9:30. We're going to continue from the text 10. All right. Kantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, our great Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to all wonderful devotees assembled here and assembled in the Zoom and also on the YouTube. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhibhyavaccha. Aditana pavinibhyo vaishnavyo namo namah. Hare Krishna. Have a
Hare
nice day.
Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you
Tomorrow
so
have a
much.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.